Yes, it's not dead, as you know, a lot of people would like you to believe it is. Copywriting is still a lucrative business for you to be in 2024. And I know you're watching this video because you are interested in what copywriting is. But that's not what we are going to talk about today. As the title says, why you should study copywriting. And I have some points that I want to share with you guys. And to not take much of your time, I think we should get in by now. So, the first reason why you should study copywriting. Now, I'm going to break these points into two categories. One will be the psychological reasons, and two will be the business, reasons why you should study copywriting. Now, let's begin with the psychological reason one. For the first reason, under the psychological reasons why you should learn copywriting is you become less influenced. Once you start studying what copywriting is, which is the use of words to persuade people to do something, you become less influenced. So the marketing schemes that these companies and brands used to get us to do things that we didn't know that they did, you now have the knowledge of how they do it, and you are playing the same game that they are playing to the masses. So the way you used to be influenced as compared to now is going to be lessened. It's like whatever they do, you know the reason why they are doing it. You know how they are using these things to get people to do what they want them to do, if that makes sense. And that's the first reason why you should learn copywriting. Now, for the second psychological reason, taking from the first point, which is you become less influenced, the second point is you will now become a person who knows how to influence people. And I'm not going to dive much into it. It should make sense to you. If people can't influence you easily, it's because you know what they are doing. And if you know what they are doing and you know that what they do is to, get people to do things that they want them to do, and now you have the knowledge of how to do it, you become one of them. And that's how I explain this point for you too. However you understand it, this is the simplest way I can explain it to you. Moving on to the third point, the reason why you study copywriting is you become, someone who knows the psychological reasons on why we buy things as humans. The reasons why we have all these things in our homes, in our offices, in our houses, or in even workplaces, whatever. The reason why we keep buying these things, the reason why we have more than enough clothes in our wardrobe, but we still want to buy more. The reason why we have a car that functions well, but we want something much better. Or the reason why we totally might not need something, but it might be shown in a certain way to us through the media, and now all of a sudden we want to attain that certain thing. And this is all, it stems from the psychological manipulation on how copywriting is used to get people to do things. And once you study these things, it's like there is a whole new world open to you. You become very, very aware, and the amount of things you used to spend and even the way people behave towards things, you tend to catch it very quick, as opposed to when you didn't have this knowledge. And I can be a testament to it. Before, I used to consume a lot of things. I used to buy a lot of clothes that I didn't need. And once I started learning copywriting, I started to know how these companies manipulate us. I like using this word because that's the truth, but no one's going to say it. It's a game of manipulation for you to keep buying more. That is why McDonald's is always advertising in your face. Coca-Cola is always advertising in your face. They don't even advertise with the product itself. They advertise with what the product does to you, like the emotion behind it. That is why you have women standing behind cars with sexy clothes and, not even selling the car about you. It sells you this dream of what you will get when you buy that car, if that makes sense to you. And the last point, which falls under the psychological reasons why you should study copywriting, is you become a person who consumes less and start producing more. The only reason why we as humans consume things is because life in itself, it's boring. And if you think I'm lying, I want you to take all your gadgets, whether it's this phone they are looking at, or the computer you're watching this video, if you could take this and you could take that, or whatever gadget, your speakers, your iPhone, your iPods, whatever, I don't care what it is. If you take all these things, whatever that you are left is you and your brain and your life. And that's boring. There is no fun in it. That is why we like to consume things just to escape reality. But once you become knowledgeable with what copywriting is and the way marketing is done, you start to know, okay, I really don't actually need these things that I'm actually consuming. So you just become very aware of the things that you consume, and it makes you very sharp in this world that you live in. Some things that you used to think it was normal becomes, not useful to you anymore, and you drift from being useless and consuming things and now producing things, or being the other side, producing things for people that are yearning or have this desire to escape reality in order to go and get something that will fulfill or fill the void that they have in their real life. You give it to them, which is you start producing stuff. So yeah, these conclude the 4, I think it was 4, I don't know how many, but the psychological reasons on why you should learn copywriting. And now we'll move to the business reason, which is I have what you want, which is you become a good marketer. You become a very, very good person who knows how to market and advertise things, and it's like your whole perspective of the world changes once you start learning these things. Like the reason why I bought this shirt, the reason why I bought this trouser, the reason why I'm using this paint of color in my room, or the reason why people do things. Because marketing and advertisement is the reason why we have all these things that we consume. Because if you never looked at the television and never saw that men are supposed to buy flowers for women, it wouldn't register in your mind to do it. But since this has become a norm and it has been advertised through movies, through music videos, it has become something that we've accustomed to. And it's like if you don't do it, it's like it's not normal. But that's not what life is supposed to be. So once you study these things that are used to make us behave in a certain way, you become the person that is doing it. So it makes you become a good advertiser and a good marketer in the business world, which is you're doing business to make money. So yeah, these are my points or reasons why you should study copywriting. And I'm now going to tell you, become a copywriter so you can make $10,000. No, I want you to become someone who knows what copy is and how they can use copy to create something big in their business or whatever they want to create. Because it's not all about the money. It's how you can serve the world or do something great, which this channel is about. It's not about $10,000, because you'll make that and your visions. After that, you get lost, you don't even have any purpose. So whatever skill you're going to learn, make sure you learn it not to just deliver service in a freelancing way, but to help you. It's a skill that you've gained, and you keep adding up, stacking up, so you become a full stack human being, which is most business people, that's what they are. You have to know every part, everything's a bit. So yeah, as always, my name is Salim, and like I said, these are the reasons why you should learn what copywriting is, or you should learn copywriting. And I don't think I have anything else. So as always, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up and all the stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.